Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your monthly reading for January. These are general readings, so they may not resonate with all of you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it does resonate, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. At the end of the reading, I will pull a card from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck for you, so stick around for that. But let's get into it. What is going on with Virgo in the month of January, please? This is you. This is what crosses you or your challenge. Your conscious energy, unconscious energy, your past, your future, attitude towards the situation, energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, hopes and fears, and the possible outcome of the situation. Okie dokie. So a quick overview before we get into the clarifications. For your energy for the month of January, you get the Six of Cups. So feeling a little nostalgic, reminiscing on past times, on happy times in your life, possibly memories of your childhood. You could be returning home in the month of January. For what's crossing you or your challenge, you get the Two of Pentacles. Maybe you're so busy all of the time that you kind of don't have the time to return home, or you miss like the comfort of childhood when, things were much simpler. For your conscious energy, you get the Temperance card. So trying to find peace, trying to bring balance back into your life, do things in moderation. Feels like you're trying to find some tranquility at the moment. For your unconscious energy, you get the Hermit. So you are always introspecting, self-analyzing, evaluating your thoughts and emotions constantly without even realizing it. That is your card. For your past energy, you get the Queen of Swords. So in the past, you were thinking very logically, being very analytical, possibly a little aloof or coming off as a little cold, possibly, to other people, but you weren't afraid to speak your truth and let your truth be known. For your near future, you get the Page of Swords. So becoming a little bit more curious, being receptive to new ideas, new thought processes, possibly going on a new journey of learning something. For your attitude towards the situation, you get the Knight of Pentacles, so taking a slow and steady approach towards something, being very tactful, mindful, practical. For the energy that surrounds you and you may not be aware of, you get to the Three of Pentacles. So it seems like there's some teamwork, some collaboration that's going on in the month of January that you may not even realize. It feels like maybe you think that you have to do everything on your own, but there are people that are helping you along the way, or that want to help you. For your hopes and fears, you get to the Page of Pentacles. I feel like there's something that you want to learn. You want to be kind of like a student again. You kind of want to go back to this time of like when you were a little bit less knowledgeable, if that makes sense. At the same time, maybe afraid of having to kind of start over in something. But we'll clarify. For the possible outcome of the situation, you do get the Eight of Cups. So emotionally detaching, walking away from something that no longer serves you. It feels like you are moving away from something that's kind of brought you down, but we'll clarify. Let's start off with the Six of Cups for your energy for January. Why is the Six of Cups here for Virgo. Okay, for the Six of Cups, you get the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords. Yeah, so it's like you want to bring back this energy of innocence, of kind of almost ignorance to the struggles and worries of the world and your problems and adult life and all the struggles that come with that. But realizing that, unfortunately, you cannot go back to that. That part of your life is over, unfortunately. But you can still, have dreams, have hopes, and manifest, or try to create something new and good for yourself that you actually desire and want. But there's just this sense of missing maybe even kind of how things were when you were growing up, missing your family, and when you guys were all together, we're realizing that it's never going to be like that again, which is kind of upsetting to you, but still reminiscing on those times. Let's clarify the Two of Pentacles for what's crossing you or your challenge. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Virgo? Okay. For the Two of Pentacles, you get the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Ten of Cups. Okay. It feels like you are, although you're like aware that it can never be exactly how it was like in the past, you're trying to evaluate options and think of ways to kind of bring that energy back into your current situation. It feels like you are very busy trying to create this domestic harmony that you once had, this happy family life, sharing love with, friends and family and having a good community of people around you. Feels like you are really working hard to attain that because you miss it so bad. It feels like that is you're like searching to find some sort of meaning in life again, and like you're just going back to your childhood or something in your past that was once really, really good and made you feel really good, and you're searching for that again. Let's clarify the Temperance card. Why is the Temperance card here for Virgo's conscious energy? Okay. For the Temperance card, you get the Chariot, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords. Yeah, so you're trying to find peace. You're very determined to find peace, to find balance, to find tranquility. It feels like there is a lot of conflict going on currently. This conflict is like a very negative conflict. There's like lies being told, some sort of deceit, some sort of trickery going on that you're in the midst of, and you're trying to find peace in the middle of all that when it's, or at least move on from this conflict. But it seems like it's kind of just there, and you're in the middle of it trying to find peace, but you can't find peace in the middle of conflict when you're still in it. I feel like you need to, or you're like, this could be you being self-deceptive, thinking that things are peaceful, that things are good, when in reality there's still a whole lot of negative energy going on around you. Let's clarify the Hermit for your unconscious energy. Okay, for the Hermit, you get the 9 of Swords, the 6 of Wands, the Tower. Okay. So, yeah, this introspection that you're doing, there's something, and there's thoughts going on in your mind that are really kind of stressing you out, keeping you up at night. There's a lot of fear. Fear about something crumbling, something, maybe your success coming down. Maybe you aren't really successful at the moment, being recognized for that success, and there's a fear that that's going to come crumbling down on top of you, or a fear of even becoming successful because you're thinking that it will end in failure ultimately in the long run. This could possibly be you introspecting on something that was once really good and then came crumbling down, and now that kind of thing is still haunting you. And you're dragging that baggage around with you wherever you go, unconsciously. I feel like this disaster or whatever this was that ended kind of really caused you to retreat within yourself, retreat possibly from people entirely. You're kind of in this hermit mode of like not going out, not doing anything, and it's almost like you're scared to go out for some reason. Let's clarify the Queen of Swords for your past energy here. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Virgo? For the Queen of Swords, you get the 4 of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, the Hanged Man. Okay. There's almost like a feeling of like possessiveness in the past here, of holding your truth, your values, your emotions very near and dear to your heart, not willing to compromise on what you believe is right, what you believe is true, but then taking a second to try and view things from a different perspective, to reflect on why it is that you are thinking this way, if there is a different way of thinking about things possibly, but it could also be like holding on to something so tightly that it kind of led to a moment of stagnation in the past because you were so unrelenting about it, because you thought that that was the thing that was meant to be yours. Let's clarify the Page of Swords for your future energy. For the Page of Swords, you get the Devil, the 3 of Wands, the 5 of Wands. Okay. Feels like in the future you're trying to figure out why it is that you can't seem to move past this feeling of conflict or this place of conflict. It feels like even if you may be out of it, there's still something inside of you that is not like coming together for some reason. Feels like this place of conflict is almost your comfort zone. And so you're trying to get out of that, making plans to get out of that. Or at least becoming curious about why it is that you are stuck in that. And it feels like this could also be, with the Devil card here, this could be you trying to figure out how to get out of something toxic, or toxic traits, toxic habits, bad habits, overindulging in some area of your life, trying to figure out how to release yourself from that, or at least finally acknowledging that it's a problem. But at the same time, there's some conflict there, so I don't know if you're realizing that it's a problem, but then you're going back and thinking, well, it's not really a problem. But there is something about, leaving the comfort of whatever the problem is. I feel like the problem is the solution to your problem, to the conflict, is the problem as well, if that makes sense. Like whatever you're doing to kind of ease the pain or something from what you're feeling is the solution, and that's also what's bringing you comfort, but that's also part of the problem as well. Let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles for your attitude towards the situation. Okay, for the Knight of Pentacles, you get the Magician, the Page of Wands, the Five of Pentacles. Okay. I feel like you're really trying to manifest courage, bravery, and making slow and steady progress. But there is still that feeling following you of not having enough, not being enough, or a fear of being abandoned, of left out in the cold. But you're wanting to make steady progress. You're manifesting steady progress towards being a little bit more courageous, brave, and I don't know, being able to really face what it is that is making you feel this way. Let's clarify the Three of Pentacles. Hey, girl. Why is the Three of Pentacles here? For the Three of Pentacles, you get the Moon, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles. Huh. Feels like these people or this support group is kind of being hidden from you in a way, or you're hiding it from yourself. Feels like you think, or there's something that needs to be healed within that dynamic. I feel like there is a group of people that are there for you, but there is a lot of healing that needs to be done within that. But it feels like almost everybody is hiding away from the fact that something needs to be healed, or there needs to be some sort of coming together to solve some sort of problem. And like I feel like the intuition there is there of like there's some sort of collaboration that needs to happen to fix something, but I feel like everybody needs to be a part of that. Maybe that's why it was, you kind of missed that that feeling of something that was once really good in your beginning of the reading, because something went wrong there, and now it needs to be healed for it to come together again, and you're like desperately trying to get that back. Let's clarify the Page of Pentacles for your hopes and fears. For the Page of Pentacles, you get the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, the Two of Swords. Okay. Feels like you think that you're in this place of King of Pentacles, but you want to go back to that place again, that place of the Page of Pentacles, where you're kind of starting anew, but also afraid of that at the same time. You're resistant to that, even though that is ultimately what you think that you want. But having to make that decision feels like you are making a decision to go backwards instead of forwards. But ultimately thinking that's what's going to benefit you. It feels like you're denying yourself what you truly want. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups for the possible outcome. Alright, it's the Eight of Cups here for Virgo. For the Eight of Cups, you get the King of Swords, the Three of Cups, the World card. Yeah. So it feels like you are officially ending a cycle, closing something out here. I don't know if with the Three of Cups here, if you are finally getting back together with this group of people, or if this is still something you're just thinking about. Because with the King of Swords here, I don't know if you're just thinking about doing this and not actually doing it. Thinking about how good it will feel once you actually do it. Thinking about how you'll be able to reconnect with people again. But there is something here about you needing to actually make the steps towards doing that. Let's get a card from the Rooted Woman Oracle deck for you. See what wisdom they have to offer. What do the Rooted Woman want Virgo to know for January, please? Bean Fisa? Woman's Wisdom. I'll read a little bit from here for you to close it out. Okay. I definitely pronounced it wrong. So, the wise woman, pronounced Banfasa, literally the woman of knowledge, is a key figure in Celtic folklore. She's a powerful healer whose methods extend beyond the practices of herbalism, which are typically associated with the wise women of other traditions. The Banfasa would act as an intermediary between people and the other world, so incorporating into her practice elements of both spiritual guide and modern therapeutic psychologist. The Banfasa's close association with the other world can be seen as shamanic in nature, involving visits to the spirit world in order to return with gifts and knowledge. In this way, she was able to establish not just communication, but a kind of equilibrium between the two worlds, which would in turn foster moral and spiritual equilibrium within her community. As an ally on our journey, the Banfasa offers us the old ancestral and spiritual wisdom which teaches us how we might live in balance in the world and how we might live in harmony in our communities. She reminds us to listen to the whisperings of the other world and shows us to discern the true meaning and nature of events and situations with all their multiple interconnections. With her help, we can discover the wisest course of action and the wisest decisions to take along our path. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I feel like there's a big thing about, finding harmony and balance even in like the midst of struggles. But that is all I have for you for the month of January, Virgo. I really hope this helped, and have a wonderful rest of your day.